Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Sheen and I am in Dubai. So as you've noticed, there is a slight change of decor and also probably the quality of filming, but I have moved from Cambridge to Dubai. If you didn't know this, there is a video that I've done about why I have moved and what am I doing here, etc. And I am now in my new Dubai flat. If you haven't seen the flat tour, the video will be in the description box below. But yeah, it's been about 6 weeks since I've moved, and I had a bit of a reflection day today thinking about how it has been, you know, because it's been crazy hectic. It's been a roller coaster. I've done a lot of touristy stuff, and then I did all the life admin of, you know, uprooting my life from a different country to here. And then I did all the starting a new job thing, and it's just been absolutely crazy. And I haven't had time to really sit down and think about how I'm feeling and to process everything. And having done so today, I decided to make this video because one of the things that I was really worried about before moving was to be lonely and to not have friends. And it's been 6 weeks, and I have to say my social calendar has been so packed, and I feel so blessed and lucky. And I was thinking, how did that happen, and how can I, you know, share my experience with that, and maybe tell you how I made friends in Dubai, and for other people who are in Dubai, but also just generally if you're moving to a new country, about how to approach making friends. So I am quite a social person, and I realized this especially when I did my leaving party in Cambridge. I've spent 9 years in the UK, and obviously I've made a lot of friends, and they all came to say goodbye, and it was very emotional, and I felt so lucky to have so many people who love and support me and who care about me. And I thought, oh my god, I'm leaving all of these people behind, and my family is also in a completely different country, and I'm moving to this place I don't know anyone, and how am I going to do this? How am I going to navigate this? So that's why I was thinking a little bit about, you know, how am I going to make friends? How do I create a new social network there, etc. And I didn't actively plan on how to address this, but then things kind of worked out, and I kind of got a little bit lucky in the sense of how things worked out. But thinking back, I think it was more of a conscious effort that I would like to acknowledge. But there we go. Let's get into it. Let me tell you how it worked out for me. So first thing I did was reach out to all of my old friends who I know are in Dubai. So for example, I have a lot of friends from school, from Mauritius, who have now one way or another gotten a job here or gotten married and moved here, but there are a few people that I know who are now currently living in Dubai. And I have friends from Oxford who are originally from Dubai and were studying in Oxford and are now back in Dubai. And I have friends from Oxford and Cambridge who studied in the UK and have also now gotten jobs in Dubai and are here. So I thought that I would reach out to them. And I did that quite a while ago, especially because I had so many questions about the move itself. So I started asking basic questions like, you know, how much do you pay electricity a month? What's the Wi-Fi situation like? What's the social scene like? Where do you have brunch? Is it okay? Is it safe? Do you like it? What's your favorite thing? What do you hate the most about it? And people have been so nice and responsive, reaching out to all these people who I haven't spoken to in a while, but you know, we've always maintained the friendship, saying happy birthday, happy new year and all of that, but we were not necessarily in touch on a day-to-day basis. And when I reached out saying that I'm considering moving, everyone without exception has been so nice and responded and helped as much as they could. And I was so pleasantly overwhelmed by the amount of help I got. People were offering their home address for me to ship stuff to before I came. People were offering to come to pick me up at the airport. And it was just absolutely lovely to pick up right where we left off. And I think that's one thing I would strongly suggest, is that just reach out to your friends who are already there. And also, I was lucky enough that I also had some family who is here. I have my cousin who's here with his family. I have a family friend from Mauritius who's here with her family. And just, you know, reaching out to them meant that I also had this little group of kind of like family group. I don't know how to explain it, but you know the difference between your cousin and your friend. It is a different social circle and on its own, so therefore I was glad to know that I would still be able to tick both boxes. So yeah, so that was one way, so just reconnecting with acquaintances and friends that I knew who are now in Dubai. The second biggest group of people that I have met are obviously the other new joiners. So I started my new job and my new company with 11 other people, so there are 12 of us. And obviously someone commented on one of my YouTube videos saying that Sheen says obviously a lot, and now all I can hear is obviously. That's why I was laughing. But anyway, yeah, so the people we all started together, it is quite a unique experience because we've all come from different countries on our own. It's a first job for most of us. And you know, we have to go through all of the admin nightmare together of like getting your fingerprints, opening a bank account, getting a phone, and just, you know, life admin, which sucks. And being able to do that with someone else is always great. And then, you know, you can share your grievances, like, have you got your ID yet? Have you got your bonus yet? Have you got this? And just being able to bounce off these worries of someone else and just double checking if things are working out. And it's very reassuring, and that in itself was a bonding experience for us. You know, we go out for happy hours and stuff on Thursdays. So here, the work week is actually Sunday to Thursday, so weekend is Friday and Saturday. So Thursdays we get to happy hour, and then during the weekend we've been to the beach together. We are planning on doing a lot of classes together. You know, I've done some salsa, I've done some pottery, and I've done some hot yoga, reformer Pilates, and paddle, which everyone is obsessed with here, which is kind of a mix between squash and tennis. So it's been really nice just to have these people who are also new to the place, and just, you know, we are forced together and suddenly you have friends. And a lot of them are very excited about my upcoming vlog of a day in the life of a consultant. A lot of them want to be featured, so be prepared to see a lot of faces. And a lot of them are going to be featured in Work Wednesday as well from now on. They are very, very cool people with very cool interests, very different from mine. So it will be very interesting to see how we can have things in common at the same time. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, so the other new joiners are a very big source of friends. And generally in the company, other people that you get to work with or just interact with in the tea room. For example, all of the people who helped us in terms of relocation, we're now friends, especially because I used to bother them so much with all of my questions. And the people who did my interviews, or other Oxbridge people who work in the company. And it's just been really nice. And also now that I've been staffed on a project, just generally the managers, the partners that you work with, you end up, you know, expanding your network of people that you know and that you actually interact with on a social basis. And that has been really, really nice. And then thirdly, I made use of social media quite a lot. Firstly, LinkedIn. So as soon as I updated on LinkedIn that I've moved to Dubai, a lot of people reached out, and I was so happy about that, especially because when I was applying back in November 2020, and I reached out to a lot of people that I knew who were already in the consulting industry, or people put me in contact with others that they knew who were especially based in Dubai, and they've always been helpful in terms of applications, etc. Then they reached out saying, oh, you've now moved to Dubai, so it's really nice to see that it worked out for you, so if you're free we can have a coffee and etc. And I've met about 7 consultants who are from different companies, who are not at all working for the same company as me, but it's just really, really nice, just the fact that, you know, they were still so welcoming, and we got to chatting, and it's just been absolutely nice to do that. Also just Instagram in general, I've been obviously sharing a lot of stories about my time in Dubai, and a lot of people have reached out through the DM saying that, you know, they're here if I needed help, and people have been sending me such long list of things to do and places to visit and food to eat. I have not once used Google to decide where to go or what to do to plan my weeks, and it's just been so great. Like, I am so grateful to all of you who've sent me suggestions, and I have still not gone through like 50% of the list, and I have so many places left to visit. But thank you, honestly, thank you for giving me so many advice and help about Dubai and what to do. And I even have reached out to other people who I used to follow, and I think their work is quite interesting and they don't know me. And I just reached out, sending a little DM saying, hey, I've moved to Dubai, I would love to, you know, learn from you, so if you'd be down for a coffee. And you know what? People have actually replied, not all of them, but at least, what, 2 out of 4 replied, 50%, that's great. And I think if I did not reach out, I would never have gotten anything back. So having reached out is just awesome. And now I have coffee with this person that I've been following for a very long time, so very excited about that. So yeah, I think just the power of social media, definitely use it. And you know, obviously be careful. I'm not saying just meet anyone on social media who reaches out, but you know, do your own due diligence, she said as a consultant. But absolutely, you know, make friends through social media, and if you have things in common, definitely like try and reach out. Yeah, and then finally, I just made use of my networks, or as Hassan would say, use your privilege, right? Your unfair advantage. So I've been added to the WhatsApp group for Oxbridge alumni in the UAE, and it's been really nice just to meet other people. Through that, I found Oxbridge people who are also working in my company. I found people who were in the same college as me at the same time, who are in Dubai doing different things. And it's just been really, really nice just to meet so many people so quickly as well. And whenever you have questions about random things, you can just put it on the group and everyone replies to help. And then similarly, you know, I use just like generally the different educational charities I've been part of. I just posted in the group saying that I'm here, and then even there people were here and we met up. And it's just been really nice just to tap into these little circles that I was part of. And then even the PTYA community, which is Ali's YouTuber course, a lot of them knew me as Ali's housemate, and I got to meet them here, which was incredible. Like one of them is Ali's friend, and she's now one of my closest friends, and it's just been really nice to know her. And then through her I met other people, and now turns out that 2 of the people who were in PTYA lives in the building right next to me, and they literally spent hours today here in my flat helping me set up this camera and moving things around to get the right background, explaining what depth is so that my background looks good. And then I've already filmed this and it wasn't focused on my face, so they came back to set up again for me. And like, people are just so incredibly kind. It's wonderful. And yeah, I've just been lucky. And I think, as I said, you know, just tapping into networks of people that I know through other people or through my past experiences. And even, for example, my ex-manager from my previous job in Oxford, she has a friend who's in Abu Dhabi, and she reached out to them and they reached out to their friends in Dubai who are now, you know, reaching out to me. So just being able to go around and meet people through other people is incredible. I mean, that made no sense, but you know what I mean. It's just, you know, making use of your network, asking people around you if they know other people here, or just reaching out to groups that you're part of and just saying that you're here, and 100% someone knows someone. The world is that small these days, and you will find your group. Sorry, that was a bit rambly, but if we were to summarize this, I think we can get them into 4 neat buckets. The first one being that reach out to your friends, your acquaintances, family members, anyone that you know personally who are currently in Dubai or the country that you are moving to, and you know, just tell them that you're moving and ask any questions that you have. And in my experience, people are very, very willing to help. And secondly is just make use of your new workplace, make an effort, make friends, and you know, really reach out to people, especially if you need help with any kind, because everyone knows that you're new and you will need help, so people are willing to help. Thirdly, make use of your current networks, whether you're part of a charity, of a different workplace you've been before, your alumni groups at uni, your school groups, anything that you can tap into, or like friends of friends, and then just ask your friendship group if they know other people, and you know, tell them to put you in touch. And finally, use social media, whether it is LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and just, you know, ask for help, and then you will find your little tribe of people on there who are also there. And obviously do be careful with who you meet out of strangers on the internet, but it is a good way, in my experience, to meet people. I mean, the reason I decided to make this video is, as I said, today I was going through like a very reflective time, and I have been so pleasantly overwhelmed by how kind people have been to me. And it is just so heartwarming because these people don't owe me anything, and they have just gone out of their way so much to make my transition from the UK to Dubai so smooth. And for example, I'll just give you some examples because I just want to shout out these people for their kindness. For example, I had to record a voiceover for one of my vlogs, and my mic just wouldn't connect to my phone or my laptop, and I was panicking, and I reached out to this friend of mine who is a friend of a friend, and I said, oh, this is happening, I don't know what to do. And she was like, just come to mine and record it from mine. And I did, and then she went with me to the mall, and we just scouted out all of the electronic shops looking for the right wire to connect my mic, and it was successful. But just the fact that this person took out hours of their day, which was not planned at all, and spent it trying to help me because I got panicked about this situation, is just so nice, right? And this is one example. And then another example is this school friend of mine who I was meant to see after work, and we were gonna go to dinner with him and his wife is also a friend of mine. And he said that he would pick me up from work, and he didn't tell me that he was finishing way earlier than me and I was gonna finish much later. So when I came out of my building, he was just there chilling in his car waiting for me, and he's been waiting for so long. And I was like, oh my God, like, it just really warmed my heart, you know, just coming out and seeing this familiar face, just chilling, waiting for me. Like, it's just so nice. Like, they made me feel so special. And I thought, I am so lucky. Like, people are just so kind. And then similarly, I had all kind of friends who, you know, some of them went with me to buy my massive water bottles and dropped me home with my massive water bottles. My college son from Oxford, who is here, came to pick me up after work one night. He just looked so tired, but he came to pick me up, and we went for dinner. And I remember this boy as a kid, right, as an 18-year-old, and now he's like, you know, hedge fund manager or whatever, and suited and massive fancy car. But it's just so nice to see how people still, you know, hold on to memories and hold on to relationships, and the fact that we can pick up right where we left off. And just, again, just the kindness has been so surprising, and such a big reminder of, you know, how human connection is the best thing you can have in life, right? And I am just so pleased and emotional about all of this. Like, I've had such a little moment today thinking about this, thinking how lucky I am that people have, you know, gone out of their way to do this. And I was thinking, how can I repay this? And the way I can do this is by, you know, paying it forward. I want to make sure that I become that person who makes someone else's transition from a different country to here as smooth. And I want to help as much as I can when it comes to, you know, people who reach out for help. And I've learned about kindness in the first few weeks that I've been here, and who would have expected this, right, from moving to a country like Dubai. And not to say that I do not miss my friends from the UK, I still do, and so many of them have already booked to come visit me, right? And I got excited about that because I thought I wouldn't have friends, so I was like, yeah, let's pack my social calendar with people I already know and get them to come. So for example, at the moment, Hassan and Minna are here, and then next week Elizabeth is coming, and then after that I have my friend who is also coming in October, and then my parents are coming, my sister is coming. So I was just trying to, you know, really block out the calendar so that I always have people over. And even now when Hassan and Minna came over, it's just so nice to see familiar faces, and just, you know, the amount of time they're spending with me, and how, you know, they just want to see how happy I am. It is really silly, but you know how, for example, my parents just want to see me as an adult, you know, see that, oh, she's got her house now, she's got her job, she's not the little baby that we think she is. And even with my friends, it's the same thing. Whenever they want to come over, they're just so happy to see me settled. And I'm grateful to have people around me who are like this. Similarly, I have a friend who came with me to Dubai, and she is the absolute best. She's a legend, and this has just made me realize how important friendships are. She literally dropped everything to come with me, you know, took time off work and just flew with me and did all of the admin stuff to get here, helped me house hunting, carried all of my stuff, helped me with moving into this house, making this house as it is. And we still managed to have so much fun together. And after she left, I felt like a massive hole in my heart, you know, like suddenly I'm on my own again. But then I was just so grateful that I had someone like that to miss. And, you know, again, this is very cheesy, and I think I'm definitely in a very cheesy mode. But, you know, people are so incredible, and I think value your friends. And I definitely value my friends. And I think although this video was about how I made friends in Dubai, it's more a video of thank you to everyone who has been my friend and all the new friends I'm making. Just thank you for your kindness. I am very, very grateful. And it's been such a big reminder about what friendship is. Friendship is not about being geographically close to someone. It is not about, you know, just going to parties together or spending time together. It's about how you make someone feel and how much, you know, you elevate each other, and how much you contribute to that person's mental well-being and their physical well-being. And it's just been so nice. For example, now I have friends that I go swimming with, I have friends that I go pottery with, and I have friends that are just there to listen to me rant about things. And these are all beautiful, beautiful moments that you share with people who are special in your life, and value that. And that's why it's important to, coming back to the initial point of this video, which is why it is important to, you know, make friends wherever you are, because as I always say, friends are the family that you choose. So, you know, it's good to be able to put yourself out there, meet new people, keep expanding that circle of friends, because there are so many wonderful people out there. So go out, find them, and make friends. And, you know, whenever you're in Dubai, let me know. I'm gonna try to make more videos about how I applied for a job in Dubai, how I got it, what was the move like, etc. But this is more boring admin stuff. This is more of a heart-to-heart, you know, emotional chat about making friends. But even after that, I want to make another video about how, you know, moving was a whole different emotional roller coaster again. But that's for another time. So thank you for listening to me, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, be kind to yourself and to everyone around you, and value your friends and appreciate them, and say thank you when they do things for you. Until next time, bye.